Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely. If you find yourself waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't just roll over and go back to sleep. That's not just restlessness. That's not just coincidence. That's a calling. That window, that time between 3 and 5 in the morning, it's sacred, it's powerful. It's the time when the world is quiet, when the noise of distraction is at its lowest, and the voice of purpose is at its loudest. So what do you do when you wake up at that hour? When you wake up in the early hours of the morning, especially between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the world is in a state of stillness. The noise of the day hasn't begun yet. The distractions haven't started, and there is a profound quietness that surrounds you. This is the moment when your mind and spirit are most receptive. It's during this time of stillness that you can truly hear what's been trying to get your attention, your inner voice, your higher calling, your purpose. The idea is simple. Listen. When the world is asleep, the distractions are minimal. The outside noise that usually bombards you during the day, the text messages, the emails, the phone calls, the social media alerts, none of it is present in those hours. In this rare window, you are allowed to hear what's been speaking quietly within you. You might not hear it in a loud, boisterous way. It's not about a dramatic revelation. It's about being aware of that quiet whisper, that internal nudge that leads you toward your destiny. The stillness isn't just physical. It's spiritual, it's mental, it's emotional. In our everyday lives, we get so caught up in the hustle of accomplishing tasks and fulfilling responsibilities that we forget to stop and listen. We forget to tune in to what's going on inside of us. The early morning hours, especially between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., give us a rare opportunity to listen deeply, to hear what our spirit is speaking. It's the time when we can connect with our intuition, and this connection is vital for growth. In these moments of stillness, clarity comes. Thoughts that were once cloudy and confusing become clear. The clutter in your mind that was clouding your vision starts to dissipate, and you are left with a sense of purpose, a sense of direction that you may have missed during the chaos of your day. Sometimes we think we are alone in those hours, but that quiet space is where the magic happens. It's when the universe aligns with your purpose. It's when answers to questions you didn't even know to ask come through. The truth is, in the quiet of the early morning, the noise of the world doesn't drown out the voice of the universe. When everything else is still, that voice becomes more pronounced and you can hear it more clearly. In those hours, it's not just about listening to your own thoughts. It's also about listening to the subtle messages that may come from beyond you. This might be an idea for a business, a project, or a creative venture. It might be a solution to a problem that's been weighing heavily on your mind. These early hours, when everything is still and calm, create the perfect environment for you to receive these messages. And you need to be aware, because what comes in these quiet hours might change your life. Listening is an art that requires presence. It requires you to be aware of what is happening around you and, more importantly, within you. It's easy to miss these messages when you're constantly bombarded with the noise of daily life. But when you wake up in those early hours, the stillness is a gift. It's a chance to recalibrate, to hear clearly, and to move forward with confidence. The truth is, you can't ignore the power of stillness. In fact, you shouldn't. So many people overlook the power of early mornings and the clarity that comes with them. They dismiss it, thinking it's just a random wake-up. But those are the moments that matter. They are the moments that allow you to connect with something greater than yourself and receive insight that can direct your next steps. It's not just about listening to your mind. It's about listening to your soul. When you embrace this moment, it opens up a floodgate of inspiration, creativity, and clarity that can guide you throughout your day and your life. When you wake up in the quiet hours of the morning, especially between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it's not just a time for restlessness or frustration. It's an opportunity, a sacred moment for you to capture thoughts, ideas, and visions that may not have been accessible to you during the busy hours of the day. The world around you is still. The noise is low, the distractions are few, and your mind is more open. This is the moment when you have the greatest opportunity to create, not just react. And one of the most powerful ways to make the most of this time is to write. Writing during this window of time is more than just jotting down thoughts. It's about capturing divine strategy. This is the time when the ideas you need, the plans you seek, and the breakthroughs you've been praying for often arrive. When everything is quiet and there are fewer outside influences, your mind has the space to connect with something greater. The ideas that come in these hours aren't just random. They are often divine downloads, pieces of your future that are waiting to be shaped by your hands. These hours provide clarity, focus, and insight, so you must be prepared to catch those thoughts on paper before they slip away. Don't just write down surface-level thoughts. Don't settle for mundane lists or fleeting thoughts that come and go. Write with purpose. Let the pen guide you to a place where your highest potential can flow. The words that come in this sacred time are often laden with wisdom, ideas, or strategies that are meant to change the course of your life. These are not just fleeting ideas. They are the seeds of your future success. And in those early hours, you have the perfect opportunity to plant them, nurture them, and start to build upon them. When you take the time to write, you are committing yourself to your future. You're giving space for the things you want to accomplish to begin to take shape. Too often, people overlook the power of writing. They get caught up in the daily rush of activities and tasks. But writing at this time has a different energy. It's about clarity. It's about commitment. It's about making a pact with your future that you will bring those ideas into the world no matter the challenges or distractions that will come later. The key is not to just write for the sake of writing. This is the time to write from a place of alignment, a place where your vision is clear and your mind is at peace. Whether you're writing down goals, outlining your plans, or letting inspiration flow, make sure it is aligned with your higher purpose. Don't just scribble thoughts that are based on yesterday's worries or distractions. Use this time to focus on what you're creating, what you're building, and the impact you're about to make in the world. It's easy to get caught up in the routine of everyday life and forget the importance of documenting your journey. But in the early morning hours, this is the time when the universe is speaking to you and your pen is the instrument through which it can flow. Writing down the inspiration you receive during this time is your way of taking ownership of your ideas. It's your way of ensuring that the thoughts and strategies that come to you at this hour don't fade away into the background noise of life. The most successful individuals didn't just have ideas. They wrote them down, they planned, and they executed. They didn't wait for the right time to begin. They captured what came to them in the stillness of the early hours and turned it into something real. Writing allows you to take your visions and turn them into tangible steps. It helps you move from the abstract into the concrete. It brings your future into the present. The best part is that when you write in those early hours, it often feels effortless. You are aligned with your purpose and the ideas flow naturally. There's no pressure, no rush. The mind is clear, the distractions are minimal, and you can channel that clarity into something powerful. Writing is not just about recording information. It's about crafting your future. You are using this time to actively create, to plan, and to set the stage for your next steps. When you wake up in the quiet hours of the morning, especially between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it's not just a time for restlessness or frustration. It's an opportunity, a sacred moment for you to capture thoughts, ideas, and visions that may not have been accessible to you during the busy hours of the day. The world around you is still. The noise is low, the distractions are few, and your mind is more open. This is the moment when you have the greatest opportunity to create, not just react. And one of the most powerful ways to make the most of this time is to write. Writing during this window of time is more than just jotting down thoughts. It's about capturing divine strategy. This is the time when the ideas you need, the plans you seek, and the breakthroughs you've been praying for often arrive. When everything is quiet and there are fewer outside influences, your mind has the space to connect with something greater. The ideas that come in these hours aren't just random. They are often divine downloads, pieces of your future that are waiting to be shaped by your hands. These hours provide clarity, focus, and insight, so you must be prepared to catch those thoughts on paper before they slip away. Don't just write down surface level thoughts. Don't settle for mundane lists or fleeting thoughts that come and go. Write with purpose. Let the pen guide you to a place where your highest potential can flow. The words that come in this sacred time are often laden with wisdom, ideas or strategies that are meant to change the course of your life. These are not just fleeting ideas, they are the seeds of your future success. And in those early hours, you have the perfect opportunity to plant them, nurture them, and start to build upon them. When you take the time to write, you are committing yourself to your future. You're giving space for the things you want to accomplish to begin to take shape. Too often, people overlook the power of writing. They get caught up in the daily rush of activities and tasks, but writing at this time has a different energy. It's about clarity. It's about commitment. It's about making a pact with your future that you will bring those ideas into the world no matter the challenges or distractions that will come later. The key is not to just write for the sake of writing. This is the time to write from a place of alignment, a place where your vision is clear and your mind is at peace. Whether you're writing down goals, outlining your plans, or letting inspiration flow, make sure it is aligned with your higher purpose. Don't just scribble thoughts that are based on yesterday's worries or distractions. Use this time to focus on what you're creating, what you're building, and the impact you're about to make in the world. It's easy to get caught up in the routine of everyday life and forget the importance of documenting your journey. But in the early morning hours, this is the time when the universe is speaking to you, and your pen is the instrument through which it can flow. Writing down the inspiration you receive during this time is your way of taking ownership of your ideas. It's your way of ensuring that the thoughts and strategies that come to you at this hour don't fade away into the background noise of life. The most successful individuals didn't just have ideas. They wrote them down, they planned, and they executed. They didn't wait for the right time to begin. They captured what came to them in the stillness of the early hours and turned it into something real. Writing allows you to take your visions and turn them into tangible steps. It helps you move from the abstract into the concrete. It brings your future into the present. The best part is that when you write in those early hours, it often feels effortless. You are aligned with your purpose, and the ideas flow naturally. There's no pressure, no rush. The mind is clear, the distractions are minimal, and you can channel that clarity into something powerful. Writing is not just about recording information. It's about crafting your future. You are using this time to actively create, to plan, and to set the stage for your next steps. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., there's something uniquely powerful about the quiet that surrounds you. It's not just the world outside that's calm, it's the internal space that opens up, giving you the opportunity to center yourself and reconnect with your purpose. This is the moment to pray, meditate, and declare with authority. You are not simply waking up to start another day, you are waking up to take charge of your life, your future, and your destiny. This is the time when you need to speak life into your day and your dreams. Prayer in these early hours is different. It's not a routine or a simple request for strength to make it through the day. It's a time of alignment, a time to connect with the universe, with God, or with the higher energy that drives you. When you pray at this time, you're not just asking for help, you're declaring your intentions, affirming your purpose, and positioning yourself for success. You're speaking directly into the atmosphere, setting the tone for what's to come. This is your moment to be specific with your prayers, to speak with clarity and conviction about what you want to manifest in your life. It's not a time for vague wishes. It's a time for powerful, focused declaration. Alongside prayer comes meditation. And this is an essential practice during these early hours. Meditation is not just about clearing your mind. It's about quieting the noise and allowing the wisdom within to surface. In the stillness, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. It's a moment of reflection where you can tune in to what's truly important, what your next step should be, and what changes you need to make. When you meditate in the early morning hours, you are actively listening to the universe, opening yourself to insights, guidance, and inspiration. It's in these quiet moments that the answers you've been seeking often come through. It's like a direct channel to your higher self, a channel that's open and clear when everything else is still. And then there's the power of declaration. When you wake up early, it's crucial to take a moment to declare what you want for the day, for your life, for your future. This is not just a wishful thinking exercise. It's about speaking with authority, with confidence, and with belief in your own power. You are the creator of your reality, and in these early hours, you must step into that power. Declare your intentions for the day. Speak over your life, your goals, and your dreams. It's not enough to think about what you want. You must speak it out loud. Claim it and affirm it. There's power in your words, and when you speak with intention, you set things in motion. The universe responds to your declaration because you are aligning yourself with your deepest desires. In these hours, you must also declare your faith in the process. It's easy to doubt, to worry about the obstacles that might arise, but the early morning hours are when you can solidify your belief in the journey. Declare that you will overcome challenges, that you will persist, and that you will rise above every difficulty. Your declarations in the morning set the tone for how you approach the rest of the day. If you start with a clear, confident declaration of your power and your purpose, the rest of the day follows suit. You don't just react to life, you take charge of it. Prayer, meditation, and declaration are not just spiritual practices, they are tools for manifestation. They are the way you activate your energy and align yourself with your highest purpose. When you combine these practices in the early morning hours, you're setting yourself up for success. You are aligning your mind, your body, and your spirit with your goals and your vision. You are giving yourself the clarity, strength, and focus needed to tackle whatever challenges lie ahead. You are not simply waiting for opportunities to come to you. You are creating them. You are making space for your dreams to unfold. These practices empower you to step into your greatness and to live each day with intention and purpose. By using the early morning hours for prayer, meditation, and declaration, you're not just setting yourself up for a productive day, you're laying the foundation for a life that reflects your deepest desires and highest potential. These moments are not just ritualistic, they are the bedrock upon which you build your success, your peace, and your fulfillment. The way you start your day influences how you experience it, and these early hours are your chance to set the course for the life you want to live. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., it's not just about marking the start of a new day, it's a sacred opportunity to command your morning, to set the tone for everything that comes afterward. Far too often people roll over, hit the snooze button, and go back to sleep without realizing that those early moments hold immense power. Instead of letting the day control you, use the quiet hours to take control of your day. Command it, shape it, steer it in the direction you want it to go. The first thing to remember is that your mindset in the morning determines your mindset for the entire day. When you wake up early, don't let it be a time where you just passively react to whatever comes your way. Instead, take charge of those first few minutes and make them count. You can decide how your day will unfold, not in a vague, abstract sense, but in a very concrete, deliberate way. The morning is a blank canvas, and how you approach it shapes the rest of the picture. Your first thoughts, your first actions will impact how you approach every challenge, every opportunity, and every person you encounter throughout the day. Take a moment to visualize what you want to accomplish. Don't wait until later to figure it out. Set your intentions immediately. When you wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., or 5 a.m., your mind is clearer. It hasn't yet been cluttered by the demands of the day. This is your opportunity to declare your goals with intention, to visualize your success before the world wakes up. What are you working towards? What would you like to achieve by the time the day ends? Picture it in your mind as vividly as possible. Imagine yourself already moving through the day with purpose and ease. See yourself overcoming obstacles, finding solutions, making decisions with clarity. This exercise doesn't just prepare you mentally, it activates your potential. The mind doesn't differentiate between imagination and reality. When you vividly imagine success, your mind starts looking for ways to make it happen. Then take it a step further. Don't just think about the day ahead. Command it with words. The power of spoken words is real, and in the quiet of the early morning, your words have a particular weight. Declare what you want. Speak your intentions aloud as if you are already living them. Today I will accomplish X, Y, and Z. Today I will approach every challenge with confidence and focus. Today I will make progress towards my goals. Speak with authority because your words create your reality. When you declare what's going to happen, you are establishing the framework for your day. You are affirming that nothing will stand in your way. It's not about passively hoping things will go well. It's about asserting your power to influence the outcome. This morning routine sets the pace for everything that follows. You are essentially telling the world, I'm in control of my day. I'm in control of my actions. I'm in control of my future. This mindset creates a momentum that carries you through the day. When you start the day with a clear purpose, with firm declarations, you'll notice that even when obstacles arise, you handle them differently. You'll approach challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for growth. You'll see them as part of the process, part of the journey you've already set in motion. Instead of reacting to what happens to you, you'll respond from a place of confidence and strength, knowing that you've already shaped the day with your intention. And let's be clear, commanding your morning is not about perfection. It's not about setting unrealistic expectations for yourself that will only lead to frustration. It's about setting yourself up for success by creating a strong foundation. It's about moving from a place of clarity, focus, and intentionality even when things don't go perfectly. The key is not to let life dictate your mood or your actions. Instead, you decide. You decide how you respond, how you feel, and what you achieve. By starting your day in control, you establish a level of agency that stays with you throughout the entire day. If you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't let that time slip by unnoticed. This is your moment to take charge, to set the course of your day, and to make the most of the time you have. Command your morning with purpose, with focus, and with authority, because the way you begin your day will influence everything that follows. You are the creator of your reality. Don't leave it to chance. Take control. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., the world is still, the distractions are few, and your mind is clear. This is a rare opportunity to fully embrace the moment and take action on what you've been dreaming of. Too often, people think they have to wait for the right moment or the right conditions to start moving toward their goals. But the truth is, the right moment is now. The early hours are the perfect time to move because movement is what leads to results. When you wake up, don't sit there wondering if it's the right time to start. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. Move, take the first step. It doesn't matter how small it is, it matters that you are moving in the direction of your vision. Movement is what breaks the inertia. It doesn't matter if the first step is imperfect. What matters is that you begin. When you wake up early and choose to act, you signal to yourself and to the universe that you are serious about your dreams, about your goals, and about your future. The act of moving, no matter how small the step, puts you in alignment with your purpose. You are saying, I am taking responsibility for my own success. I am taking action, not waiting for things to just happen. Action builds momentum. When you take that first step, no matter how tiny it might seem, it triggers the law of momentum. Momentum is a powerful force. It's what propels you forward. Without it, you can't gain traction. But when you start moving, when you put one foot in front of the other, you create energy. That energy will carry you through the rest of your day and beyond. The longer you wait to act, the harder it becomes to take that first step. The more you delay, the more you get caught up in overthinking, and the more obstacles appear in your mind. But when you act in the early hours, there is no room for overthinking. You're simply moving, and in that motion, you begin to make things happen. Don't let the fear of imperfection stop you. People often hesitate because they think they need everything to be perfect before they act. But perfection is an illusion. Nothing is ever truly perfect. What you need is progress, not perfection. The early morning hours are a time when you can take that first step toward progress without the weight of judgment or the fear of failure. You can act in a way that feels natural and aligned with who you are. You don't have to have everything figured out. You just need to start. When you take action, you give yourself permission to learn and grow even when things don't go according to plan. Action gives you the space to fail, learn, and improve. But if you never take that first step, you never give yourself the chance to grow. There's power in moving early. When you wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., or 5 a.m. and take immediate action, you are operating in a space where the world is still, where distractions are minimal, and where your focus can be laser sharp. In these early hours, you can move forward without the usual distractions that tend to slow you down later in the day. The emails, the phone calls, the unexpected interruptions, they haven't started yet. It's just you, your thoughts, and your vision. And this clarity gives you the opportunity to take action that is focused, intentional, and powerful. The key to success is not just in dreaming, but in doing. It's in turning those ideas, those visions, into reality. And that happens through action. It happens when you stop waiting for the perfect moment, when you stop hesitating, and when you decide that today is the day to move. The early morning hours give you the perfect environment to take that first step, to set things in motion, and to begin building the momentum that will carry you forward. Action is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's what makes the difference between those who wish for success and those who create it. So when you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., don't just lie there thinking about what you want to do. Take action. Make it happen. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is right now. Move, and the rest will follow. When you wake up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., there's an undeniable stillness in the world around you. Everything is quiet. The typical noise of the day, the rushing of cars, the hum of technology, the chatter of people is absent. This silence is powerful, and it presents you with a unique opportunity to engage in something most people overlook: the opportunity to work on your mindset. These early hours are not just about waking up, but about taking full advantage of this time to program your mind for success. Your mindset is the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built. It dictates how you perceive the world, how you approach challenges, and how you interact with others. In the early hours, when the world is still, you have the chance to reset, realign, and reprogram your mind. You have the chance to move away from negativity, doubt, or worry, and instead fill your mind with thoughts that are empowering, positive, and productive. This is the time to decide what you want your day to look like, what you want your future to be like, and to actively create that vision in your mind. One of the most effective ways to use this time is to engage in positive affirmations. Affirmations are statements that you repeat to yourself with the intention of transforming your mindset. When you wake up, you might feel groggy or unsure, but affirming who you are and what you are capable of helps to shift your mental state. Instead of focusing on the challenges ahead, you focus on your strengths, your abilities, and your vision for the future. You begin the day with an empowered mindset, setting the stage for everything that follows. In these quiet moments, you also have the opportunity to create a sense of gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It's easy to wake up and focus on everything you have to do or everything you don't have. But when you take a few minutes to reflect on what you are grateful for, whether it's your health, your relationships, or the opportunities you have, you begin your day on a positive note. Gratitude opens the door to more blessings. It reminds you that you already have enough and that your current circumstances don't define your future. These hours are also perfect for planning. While others are still asleep, you can use this time to strategize and lay the groundwork for your day. By the time most people are waking up, you've already begun to clarify your goals, prioritize your tasks, and decide what actions you need to take. You're ahead of the game. And this gives you a sense of confidence and control. When you plan early, you are not just reacting to life circumstances. You are proactively creating your day with purpose. You can break down your goals into actionable steps, making it easier to stay focused and motivated as the day progresses. The key to success lies in your ability to manage your thoughts and emotions, and the early morning hours give you the opportunity to do just that. Your mind is a powerful tool, and if you're not intentional about what you feed it, it will easily slip into negativity or fear. By choosing to wake up and take control of your thoughts, you are setting the foundation for success. Your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions ultimately shape your reality. When you start the day with a mindset focused on growth, opportunity, and gratitude, you are aligning yourself with success. In these early hours, you also have a chance to meditate and clear your mind. Meditation helps you disconnect from the noise and distractions of everyday life and allows you to tap into a deeper sense of clarity and peace. By taking the time to center yourself, you cultivate the mental and emotional clarity you need to approach the day with confidence. In meditation, you can also connect with your higher self, ask for guidance, or simply allow your mind to rest and recharge. This mental reset is incredibly important as it helps you maintain a calm and focused state throughout the day. The stillness of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. is not just an interruption to your sleep. It's an opportunity to work on your mindset, your gratitude, your planning, and your mental clarity. In these quiet hours, you have the space to set your intentions, affirm your purpose, and program your mind for success. You are not waiting for things to happen to you. You are taking charge of your thoughts, your actions, and your future. By using this time to focus on your mindset, you are investing in your success, ensuring that the rest of your day is filled with focus, purpose, and alignment.